change the tide, hopefully in their favor.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully. Oh, we're
Yeah,
back.
looks like we're going back in. It looks. Did I see an op?
I think I did see. Oh, pleasant.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a
seems
small
like,
internet issue.
Yep, but looks like things are rolling again. I'm not sure. Seems like this round is a little odd, though. It looks like, at the very least, Boise State just committing to a save.
It seems like we're going to go to a pause here.
Yeah, it looks like we're... Yep. Looks like they're...
We've been granted a technical pause. How kind.
Yep.
Or maybe we are staying in.
No, it looks like it's paused. I can't... Well, we'll let them figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
Any thought on the new Brimstone change, losing the stim?
It's unfortunate. I mean, it was fun to have Brim while he lasted. Having the double stim was with the speed is just it was obviously very game changing, and Riot recognized that. But I don't know. I feel like they gutted it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't much at the end of the day. I think they were just not very useful before, and that's all of a sudden like, oh, they're actually useful. We may need to tone this back.
Right.
And it's good to see Brimstone actually gain attention.
True. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen a Brim since that update. So it is nice to see Brims again.
Yeah. Do you think we'll start to see more Brim as people like kind of actually take him seriously now?
I would love to see more Brim. We've been seeing more Omen, much less Astra. Nothing against Astra. It's just, you know, you were meta dominant for an entire year, so you need to be taken down a peg.
Yeah. Looks like we're back in. We got Sky is holding this really deadly angle.
Yep, we know the angle.
Oh, and they get it.
That was a game changer.
I think. Oh.
Hawaii's questioning their decision whether they should push this side or not, playing it very patiently.
Okay.
Oh, get a
Burning the res. Which
Sova's gonna
Efix managing to just be a little quicker on the draw there. Very unfortunate. And then burning
Sova ult as well.
Wow, we are literally just seeing. Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, and they managed to juke out the second one though.
Yeah, that is good.
And the Sage healing comes out, so they only lost their armor in that scenario. Both teams.
Chamber's holding a very interesting angle. He could get picked off from literally anywhere, but here he is.
Yeah, good restraint on Boise State, not just as Dreammaker goes down here. It's a
4v4.
Dream dying around mid, so it's very difficult to tell which side's being pushed right now, so everyone's just kind of playing it slow here.
Yeah, Viper's going to chill on B site, our Viper, but going to turn around since Hawaii's making a move.
Yeah, just back out of there. The Viper is right behind. They need to be really careful here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Viper
just
with the mid flank.
Playing it slow and just waiting for that opportunity has paid off very well on the side of Hawaii. They know that they are mid. Ooh, as Shells brings down 2.
Oh, wow. Makes it even once again.
3.
This could change.
They know where the Viper is. Oh, does Viper have the molly? I don't think that... No, it looks like they did have the molly.
Yeah.
He's
They got completely missing the Viper right now. Yeah, that could be it.
Oh,
so unfortunate.
0.22 seconds. Oh, you hate to see it. They got the good angle. The Viper molly just delaying them just enough for it to go off.
I didn't notice that you can diffuse from like the box below that that area.
I didn't know. And Shell's here with the amazing 3K. It was a 2v4, and Shell's was like, hold on, I got this.
Yeah, Shell's really popped off there. It's just unfortunate that it was barely not enough due to mollies and such.
Yeah, which, you know, at the end of the day, it happens, but That was some very good effort on the side of Boise State, and that the Kami, the Viper, or Komi. Oh, it looks like this time they're like, okay, we're not falling for that trick twice. And Chamber gonna teleport out of there, and
seems that we have reached your score, which you predicted earlier, that being 1-8.
My bad.
But
the clean double there.
Yeah, they caught the rotate to B, so now they're gonna continue pushing to A off of that.
And Chamber has his tour de force here. Might be able to get one and go.
But
and
the
wait
Sage
for the team.
Ice Wall could and will.
Oh, you barely can't see the barrel of that op there. That would have been huge information gathered.
Absolutely, especially considering the fact that their jet both has knives and an op.
Got Dream. Oh, brings the op and the knives down. Oh, they knew the game sense there. Just like, yeah, there's gonna be one there.
Absolutely menacing. Wow. All right, and so
just like that.
1-8 turns to 2-8.
Maybe that was the problem because I said 1-8.
Yeah, I think your caster curse has struck once again.
Well, from the bottom of my heart, my bad.
I will forgive you at a later date.
Forgiveness pending. Oh, that part was huge, but then look at this.
Just
doink. Just the quick peek.
Just like that.
Sage deleted. I'm curious if they heard footsteps there. I know it's a really common angle, too, though. So, like, it's not surprising to see a pre-fire coming out from that. The reaction speed was insane, though, because it looked like just a quick jiggle for intel.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, they just get the kill at the same time.
Uh-oh. That's a very scary Sova dart there. Yeah, Chamber will stand his ground. Mostly because he's in his TP range.
Yes. He has a free not stand your ground card.
Ugh. And so, Chamber uses his I will not go to jail card.
They burned some utility trying to get him out. Ooh, the double peek. Wow. Such coordination there.
Love to see that. Teams working as teams.
Looks like Hawaii is kind of a little hesitant on where they're going. You're like, okay, we'll just kind of inch our way across here and stick with what's been working.
Yeah, worried about the double peek at mid. They don't.
With 40 seconds left on the clock here,
they're gonna have to make their move.
Yep, they get the intel. They know that this is with the Sova dart there. I'm pretty sure they're making the call now. Everyone's rotating.
So. Sage wall goes up. Unfortunately, they just can't hit their shots.
Yeah, still 3-4 though.
Let's play.
You got we see Hawaii breaking out their own tour de force here, as they hold these just tight angles.
If anyone can do it, we've seen what Shells has done in these situations. Okay, I'm sorry.
Your turn for the captain.
Yeah, it is passed on.
Unfortunately, they just weren't able to make much of it. I believe last round before the swap here, what are we expecting to see, you think?
I would love to see a 9-3, you know, therefore 9-3 curves, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would love to see less flanks, or just, sorry. I would love to see more attention, or sorry, let me rephrase this. I would love to have someone stay on a site, so that way they can recognize the rotate, because Hawaii loves rotating here. We've seen it so many times, and yet everybody on Boise has rotated to the other site, so they have no way of knowing that they are already gone. So honestly, all they need is just someone to stand their ground at A, and it seems like that's what Viper is going to do with the Volt.
Yeah, Tessa bringing down our chamber here, but we go and bring one right back. Oh, turned away at the wrong moment. Brings it back to an even number. Just trading back and forth here. W Panda does have the op, so
it is going to go to 2-3. Sage in a
up to Calvin
difficult
to
position.
hold the site. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the angle. The ponytail having a mind of its own there.
Well, there's nothing that Viper can do. Like, you can't save anything, so you just gotta go all out here and hope.
Yeah,
So
I'm surprised we haven't seen a Viper's Pit on the bomb. It looks like they're going for the long flank here.
Yeah. Well, what for? Like, what would the purpose be?
The
Oh,
last round
no,
and a
they
half.
recognized it. Look at the Viper.
Oh, with the knife.
That's mean. That's mean.
Unfortunate. You always hate to get hit by those plays, but they're so satisfying to pull off. So.
Absolutely. I mean, I've done it so many times, and as someone who has been hit by the melee, you just gotta know what goes around comes around, and unfortunately, what goes around will hopefully soon come back around.
Exactly. Fingers crossed. Knife
Love
fight
to
mid.
see the counter knife.
All right, looks like we got
I
Jet
think,
up in kitchen here. You think they're
yeah,
gonna do the dash
they're
onto
gonna do
the
the
top?
dash to the top of tube.
I really like that angle.
Mm-hmm.
As I play a lot of Omen, so that angle is always fun to toy around with. You get so much freedom and vision there.
Right.
Oh, the 4-man mid, which paid off really well. That could have been a really risky play if they just decided to A push. Dream just holding the angle, just playing it slow. Looks like we got 2-2 split here. And 3 on B for the side of Hawaii. They get the intel. You see the 4 rotating here, and it looks like it's going to be just a commit. Having 4 and 4 here with Chamber just holding A on the off chance that there was a flank or a quick rotate or something.
Yep.
Which is smart, because you have the 4v4, you have the even numbers, and they have to push into you.
We have seen it so many times before. I think it's just reasonable to have someone stay on A side because, you know, we've seen it so many times before. Just rotates are just like
waiting for the Viper wall. There we go. Boise State pushing in. Bringing down the opposing Viper is actually going to be huge, because that means that the only Viper walls are going to be on the side of Boise.
Gonna take another trade. It's 3v3.
Ooh. You got Sova really low. The enemy Sova. Oh, being healed.
Hot 2. All right. 3v3 turns into 3v2.
They know where both of them are here. They're going to try and isolate.
Oh, wow, the double peek. Very aggressive, but worked out so well.
Nice. You can hear
the excitement.
Yeah, just such a big win there, because now they get to buy the submachine guns, which gives them another round. Because losing that would have brought it up to, most likely would have brought Hawaii up to 12.
Oh yeah.
So that was a very critical round on the side of Boise State.
With that, you can all but hope for like a round 2 as well, because of the econ advantage from Boise.
Yeah, it looks like they're sparing no expense here. We're seeing a bulldog being pulled out here. It's like, wow, that was an aggressive orb.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
If anyone was faster.
Yeah, you can only really catch them there if like you are expecting them to grab that orb. But that's not happening.
You gotta watch your angles.
Ooh, barely gonna make it out of there, but
Headhunter.
And it is a 3v3.
Which, yeah, I think just, you know, you have the gun advantage.
Ooh, catches him before the TP. I hate that. Every single time that happens to me in this chamber, it's just like a stupid game. Why won't you just let me do what I press the E button to do?
Yeah, it's like Yoru, but worse when that happens.
Just like with Yoru, it's so bad that you're just like, yeah, I expected that. But with that, we do take another round, and so we will go to a bonus round.
Yeah, you think they will bonus here, or you think they'll just double up? Because they can only afford to lose 2 more rounds.
That is true. I don't know. If I were them, I would still like to bonus, but it seems like
if they can win the bonus, it's huge. It's just such a gamble too at the same time. So
it seems like some people are using pistols. What?
Did
the Vipers only using? Oh, it's a sheriff.
Yeah.
Still,
it looks like they're just committing to the bonus. They're not gonna. They're gonna make sure they can full buy guarantee next round. Ooh.
Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Literally just the taps. Oh, and then the emote, the surprised.
Alright, and that used to be the emote that I repped, was the surprised penguin face.
Yes.
It works so well. It's just like,
I'm still a big supporter of the little onion lad. Shells here with the
barely misses that, gonna get out of there.
And Dream going down as well. Very unfortunate there.
Seems like
Spike is down. It's going to be on the side of Boise State to go and reclaim the spike.
Going to be very unlikely that Boise will get this bonus round, but that is okay.
That's kind of the point of a bonus, though.
They found my trap.
Looks like they managed to pick up Skies here. If they can pick up one more without losing too much HP, this could be a fairly winnable situation for Boise State.
Ah, that's Silvadron.
Yeah.
You love to hate it.
Expecting the flank, but it looks like Chamber is perfectly okay with just making sure they don't leave B-side.
10 seconds left.
And yeah.
Last player standing.
And Sage is going to go crazy mode for the cause and secure another win for Hawaii.
Do their best worm on a hook impression.
Yep. I mean, the bait worked out. It's just, was it worth it though? I mean, now you don't have a gun. I mean, I'm sure you can buy one now, but
I can't tell. I think they were trying to put down the wall.
Yeah, it looked like he had a Vandal or Phantom, so I don't know. Was it worth it? I don't think so.
Yeah. Now it looks like there should be a full buy on the side of Boise State. They do have the Sage res, so they can afford to take like a slightly risky play and still be up 5 people.
Seems like Dreammaker's only gonna have enough for a Bulldog, though.
I mean, have you seen Dreammaker's Bulldog?
I mean, I have. It's just, you know, you would still wish to see a Vandal or something. But, you know, you take what you can get. Bulldog can be good in the right hands.
Bringing down Sova. Ooh. Nowhere the Chamber. Ooh.
Absolutely dirty on that one.
Cold here, just sitting back. Are they going to push through that?
Oh, man.
Certain death.
You could just click that left mouse button and just...
Ooh. W Panda bringing down Cold. Falling to Prefix here.
It's going to be 4-2. Favor Boise.
Prefix with 2 here. Prefix has just been on a tear. Any round that they're able to survive past the initial engagement.
Ooh, okay, I thought that was like a really weird flick for a second. Just like looked up into the air, but you know, obviously it was just.
They managed to take that round, which I believe Hawaii's economy is going to be hurting now. I don't know if they'll be able to full buy.
I imagine. I think they can still full buy. It doesn't actually look like they will. It looks like they'll just go with the secondary weapons.
Yeah, they do have the rounds to spare right now, so I think they're not like, let's not force. Yeah, actually, no, none of them can full buy at all. They got. They could have maybe light bought a few of them, but I don't think it'd be worth just.
Shells is going to use the Tour de Force once again.
They're bringing that out, getting the teleport ready as well, so they can escape if they need to. Which I think it's interesting they bring out the Tour de Force when they know they're saving.
I just use it the round I get it. It's just like, what do you have to lose, you know?
True.
It is a full weapon for like 0 cost. If anything, like, you know, even if you win the round, I mean, you still have enough eco to potentially buy someone else.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, for eco rushes especially, we got nice Prefix loses their knives. That I think was the main threat.
Oh, that's
now we're down to just sheriffs. Oh. barely didn't see the Viper.
No damage on that Sage. Surprising.
Spike down
This is a very unfortunate situation. Just these pistols.
Oh, barely dodges it as Chamber peeks the corner.
A. 30 seconds
Just
left.
everyone.
Oh, very clean shot.
Player
Oh,
standing.
unfortunately, just 2 is greater than 1.
Oh, he's gonna
they
see
saw him.
Sage. Oh no, but then Chamber's gonna do a silly.
Ran out of ammo there. Tour de force. Are they gonna peek? No, they're waiting for the
10
flank.
seconds left.
They're gonna have to commit to this. Yeah, and unfortunately,
So Hawaii only needs 1 more to take this.
Match
yeah, that was a
point.
very unfortunate round for Boise State. That was an eco for Hawaii, so I think the main thing is they just took too long and they gave them enough time to completely rotate.
So you've asked me several times, what do you think that Boise needs to do to turn this around?
That's gonna be a tough one. I feel like the problem is they get a little too hasty and don't clear enough angles. The amount of like times they've been shot in the side or something like that when they're pushing a site, they get a little too confident in what they've cleared. But ooh,
See,
he still teleported.
That's
but
that moment. It's just
yeah.
like, that should have worked. What is this?
Hey, they still teleported out. Oh, actually, that was kind of big because now they got their res off over at where he teleported to.
Comey's just gonna take him.
And then
Spike
kind of
down
all
A.
falling
2 to 4.
apart here. It does not look good on the side of Boise State this round.
Last player standing.
The M1 Garand was not enough there. And unfortunately, Boise State won't be able to put that one away. Hawaii winning that one 13-5. Looks like we're going to be seeing some Breeze here coming up, which
I love Breeze.
it's a cool map.
Unironically, I do love Breeze.
Yeah, it's a very nice map. I love the theme of it. We're
Yeah.
going from the Arctic to the tropics,
Yeah,
so
it's
it'll be a
nice.
nice change of scenery. As for that match, it was a very close one in a lot of ways, but I think Hawaii just got the momentum and ran with it. There was a few rounds that definitely were winnable, and sometimes you just can't pull away with them and just good plays. I think Prefix especially
Oh,
is
yeah.
just a monster.
Prefix is just definitely the dominant force that is just like causing Hawaii to do what they are right now. They're that op is just so powerful in their hands. It's scary, and
Not even the op, just I swear.
oh yeah,
anytime,
Prefix is just a monster out there.
yeah. If there's any time they bring Prefix down early, I feel like that's when they tend to win these rounds. So I think like going into the next one, like focusing on Prefix is going to be huge. Is there anything you think that needs to change on the side of Boise State?
I think like what you said earlier, I think they need to slow down and just pay more attention to the angles, make sure that they are, make sure that they are properly positioned on the map, whether that be like at the right angle or just like on the right site. Just, know where you are and make sure you know where the enemy isn't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we're going to be taking a short break. We'll be back with map 3. It should be the final one on Breeze here. So don't go away. You won't want to miss this.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're watching our coverage of the Mountain West Conference Valorant League. Boise State is looking to pick up their win tonight against Hawaii with two close matches, with one on Ascent, one on Icebox. My name is Hayden Vagar Dalton, joined by Dallin Dalamino.
Hello.
As we've kind of seen these matches progress, is there anything, especially with Breeze, that people should know going into this map, just in general?
You know, I think mid is definitely going to be what makes or breaks this game, the mid control. Because if you are able to obtain mid control, you can basically get to anywhere. Because Breeze, despite how it may look, is a fairly small map. You can get to each site fairly quick, and it's so big compared to other maps. It's such an important asset to have in these games.
Think of if you can get to the back of mid and go through there, like that just leaves so many areas wide open. So like you can't afford to lose that. I think we're gonna see a lot of the little tunnel.
Oh, the hallway.
Yeah, the hallway.
I
think we're gonna see. Teams either ignore it completely or press a lot of resources toward it. So being able to open that door in the back and just like flush people out behind the pyramids is really difficult to deal with if not controlled properly.
I'm going to be honest. I'm a little shaky. Oh, wait, go ahead.
To help Boise State out, we got Doc's keys to the game in Valorant. We want to flank effectively, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ, and dominate angles. Doc's keys to the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competitions for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little scared. I gotta choose. I gotta predict who these people are gonna play once again.
Yeah, you were 5 out of 5. I mean, 10 out of 10 if you really want to go that far. I don't think you can get it much further than that.
Yeah.
You gonna go for 11 out of 10 this time?
It's hopeful. I gotta say though, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna choose correctly this time. I'm going to guess Chamber and Jet are obviously gonna make their returns.
Yeah, this is a very good map for both them. So
I want to say I imagine probably another Viper pick.
I don't think there's really any other smoke operators or agents. Wrong game.
Yeah.
That are very good on Breeze.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess Sky. I'm gonna guess Sky this time.
Yeah.
And my wild card pick is going to go to KO.
I think KO is a pretty good character for this. You think we'll see a KO if we have a Sky?
I think so.
The double flashbangs, you get the intel with the knife. They stop. The knife's really good, I think, for stopping those rushes. Just because it stops Jet dash and
Especially that ult. I mean, that ult can just like completely change around. There's depending on the other team. Like there's some other agents that are just like, I have nothing.
yeah, Killjoy,
You have killed
Chamber.
Chamber.
It's just like, well, I can't escape, I can't defend. Good luck. You think we'll see a Yoru here?
I would love to see a Yoru. I always love to see a Yoru, but
Yeah, you and Baratel would get right along with just both wanting to see the Yoru gameplay.
yeah.
Yoru, I've seen some good Yorus on this map, like even pre-rework.
Oh yeah.
Because you just send your little teleport thing, orb, behind the pyramids while everyone's pushing in. You don't have to go through it necessarily, but just the fact that you can go through it, like, it really puts the pressure on those people trying to defend back there. It means they can't just watch two angles at once. So they have to kind of choose and really pick their engagements.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I feel right about choosing two initiators.
It's a good map for two initiators, to be fair.
Right.
You think we're going to see a Sage? I've seen Sage be used effectively on this map.
I'm going to go out of my way and say no.
No. Okay.
No Sage.
So on top of picking everything,
I'm taking people away.
Yeah.
I'm taking people away. No Yoru. No Phoenix. You're gone.
Oh, sad Phoenix noises. He's been kind of left out in the dust lately. You think, just kind of going on a little tangent here, you think, is there anything they can do to Phoenix to really make him a competitive pick now?
Phoenix is such a complicated character because he's like a jack of all trades. His utility is very much his own. I gotta say, I feel like if anything, I would just change his wall entirely because it is definitely not doing enough for him. It's just such a... You barely ever use it, and it barely is ever utilized the way you intended. And
It's basically just a heal up.
Yeah,
now,
basically. It's
this
just
point.
like ouch, I'm hurt.
And then you got Neon on the other hand, who essentially has two of them in one ability.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Gotta do something about my boy though.
Yeah, I know.
He's suffering.
And the curveball that really needs to, I think that needs to change somehow. Because being able to only throw it left or right is a little rough.
Maybe they could just make it so you could like pull it out faster. I don't know, just like.
Yeah, it's got that really great animation though, where it goes like, so.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot that they could do with him, and there's a lot that we could do with a lot of people. I will never ever stop saying how much I do not enjoy seeing Jet every single game, but obviously Jet is very powerful, and
yeah, she's like a staple pick. Like,
there's nothing I can do about it.
You're insane if you don't have a Jet.
Yeah,
I've heard people talk about actually changing her, or a good solution would be to change her dash to, you have to hold it to dash further. I think that, I mean, she'll still be used like at close angles where you could dash aside like instantly.
Like it wouldn't dash as far if you just tapped it?
Yeah, if you just tapped it, it's like just a little bit, and then you hold it, and then you can get the full dash.
Yeah.
But I think it's so core to her kit. It's just, I don't know what you can do to her, because they've tried a lot of things. I mean, I know they changed her smoke so they don't last that long, because you could almost go without an initiator on some map, or a smoke agent on some maps, just because of how long her smokes lasted. And so they've tried a lot with her, and I think they're really trying to change the balance of it, but as of now, they're still just too good to not have. Yeah.
Well, I wanna move away from the agents a little bit, and I wanna talk again about Hawaii, and how they kind of dominated the second round. The first round was fairly close, a lot closer than I would have liked it to have been, and I feel like there's something to be said about that, especially considering that Ascent was gonna be like our, oh yeah, we are winning this easy, like we are so good at Ascent type map, and that was what, 13-10?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It was fairly close match.
And obviously we saw how Icebox went, so I can only feel slightly worried of going into the third one.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure who picked Breeze. I think that could be a pretty important distinction
Right.
here. I was kind of surprised we didn't see Bind, honestly. I think Bind's just such a staple map like Ascent.
Yeah. As someone who has complicated relationship with Bind, I will say it's weird. It's weird. I kind of expected a Bind going into this. Not really. I was not expecting a Breeze. I usually it seems like a lot of people choose the old maps over the new maps, and
Yeah, well,
that trend has changed today.
each new map has been trying to introduce something that isn't really seen in the other ones,
some
so
funny gimmick.
yeah, which makes it a lot harder to just pick like the new maps without a specific strategy going into it. Like, I mean, all right, looks like we're gonna get some replays here in a minute, so that'll be nice to see. Maybe we can kind of dissect them and see some good plays that maybe Boise State can kind of learn from and kind of see what worked as we're going into this. We got Tessa was such a good Sova player, I will say as well. Just
Yeah, that Mikey with the what's it,
this
Headhunter.
was yes. Oh, this play
man,
was so
I want
clean.
to see it. Show it to me.
Just bop bop.
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
We got just so many good plays. Like mechanically speaking, both these teams are just amazing.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of these fights go down to the wire and like trying to hit like fairly difficult shots. Like that is where stuff falls apart. It's not the easy stuff, you know.
I think a common theme is that we're kind of struggling in the 1v1s. I don't mean that. It's just something that kind of happens sometimes. Is they know. They have really good game awareness. They seem to very easily recognize where we are. Oh, I love this play. It was so good. Holding both sides of that.
Oh yeah, and they just get the 1-2 punch there. Like I believe the second player like kind of looked away because of the first player going down. I think right here, this is the part where I was talking about they need to clear their angles. Like it's just like little things like that.
Yeah.
Because this was I believe on the eco or the bonus or not bonus, but the submachine gun to pistol.
I'm also seeing a lot of hesitancy when they're pushing the site. It seems like it's not necessarily one going in after the other, but it does seem like it's just
Or like kind of like, are we committing to this or are we not? Like as you're going in, and yeah, I think sometimes you just gotta not necessarily just send it, but like a call gets made and you gotta stick with that call regardless. We are seeing the sky, but on the side of Hawaii, I believe.
I got three. I got three.
The breach coming out again, which I think that might be in response to Prefix's jet again, because they did such a good job with those aftershocks just to kind of suppress the op and kind of make them back off. We're seeing the Vipers coming out, which I don't think is a surprise. Same with Sova and Jet.
Yeah.
I think the only difference is actually which initiator they're playing, which we got a breach on one side and a sky on the other.
Yeah, I gotta say I was not expecting such a Sova dominance here, but you know, it is how it is.
Yeah, I think Sova's kind of like Jet is a staple, but I think the thing with Sova compared to Jet is that it's not as flashy. Like when you die to a Sova, it's just like, oh, okay, that was a good Sova play. And like when you see a Jet, it's like, oh yeah, they just updraft, jumped across the screen, and then it can be a little more frustrating to deal with, I think.
Well, I mean, at least I was like half right. The other team has a sky, so I don't feel as bad.
Yeah.
You know, well, it's the small things. But a 7 out of 10.
I believe so.
No, I think I passed.
Yeah, no Yoru coming out here.
Oh yeah, I guess I get bonus points. No Yoru, no Phoenix. You're gone.
We're Deuce to Adams.
No Sage. I call it.
No Sage. Yeah, I've seen some fairly good Sage plays. There's the one where you wall off the A side pyramid,
Yeah.
and then on defense you hold B and wall the entryway into B. Looks like Hawaii's just kind of walking in here. They pop the chamber slow here. So Boise State does know they're here, but they're not going to be able to get there in time to stop the actual plant from going down. So this looks like it's going to be a retake situation on the side of Boise State.
The right clicks were not strong enough, but Shells, he does
Shells?
have the headhunter.
Oh. Panda did see them in that corner. It's just they weren't able to capitalize on it. We do have the
Last player
Vipers.
standing.
No. And just unfortunate timing on some of these angles, and you know the right clicks just paying off on the side of Hawaii.
And once again, another showing of how dominant Prefix is in these matches. I mean, it wasn't as noticeable here, but if you look, it's just...
Yeah, I believe they got that first shot on. Was that?
he got
one?
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Yeah, but earlier in the round though, when they got the, I believe that was Prefix who got the sheriff shot on Skies.
I wouldn't be too hard. It wouldn't be too difficult for me to believe.
Yeah, they landed a lot of shots and got people low right at the beginning too. Looks like just a full commit here. Ooh, headhunter.
See
Spike
those.
down A.
It's just so nice.
Ooh.
Oh yes, you love to see the headhunter play.
Well, that looks like that's all the shots of the headhunter. 2 shots, 2 kills. You love to see it.
You only got 2 shots for him.
Ooh.
Save yourself.
Going bird hunting. Trying to bait the orb. They're just gonna commit to it. You know, getting that tour de force is basically like an eco.
Oh, it's become a 2-2.
They did survive there. Put some damage on Sky.
Alright. Chamber has a guardian.
He already has a guardian. Why'd he buy a second one?
You know, it's just... I feel a little funny.
I'm curious if they picked that up off a teammate, because Chamber's a character who's very redundant with the guardian. His headhunter in pretty much every way.
I wouldn't say that. It's more with the guardian. It's definitely has like a faster fire rate. You can more easily just like pew 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 pew, you know. But with headhunter, you have to be more forward focused. I like to refer to it as like a sheriff guardian hybrid, less than just like a mini guardian.
All
Because
right.
it definitely does have some of the sheriff qualities as well.
Ooh.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, that's huge. That's actually huge.
Okay, one shot on.
Only a Spectre.
Oh. Wow.
Shells
That
with the 4K
winning the bonus round.
with only 8 HP to spare.
Yeah, those 2
shots,
headhunters.
2
rounds.
heads. It's just
Huge. It made Hawaii kind of like back up, like, wait, we may not just win this flat out. And then they were able to pick up some of the weapons and use those to continue their lead.
Hawaii realizes they've made a monster, and that monster is Shells.
Shells just.
He already has his tour de force.
Oh wow. Round 3 tour de force. I don't know if they're gonna pop it. Oh, it looks like they did pop
already
it.
did.
Yep.
Done did do.
Don't need to buy when you have op as your ultimate.
We're gonna see a lot of A from Hawaii.
Ooh.
And a sprinkle of Jet on B site. Oh, Mikey with the Guardian.
It's just unfortunate. I believe they unscoped to go place down their trap there right as that happened. Kind of just played a little slower here. The nice thing is that no one can take the tour de force from you. It
Skies does take out the chamber with the Guardian.
get some vengeance for Shells. They don't have anyone to heal them back up. They're sitting on 20 HP. So,
Sova uses both of his shock darts, but to no avail. I don't think he did. Maybe
oh,
on Sova.
they almost brought down the Sova with the explosive through their wall. I think they know where the last 2 are. Nice, and
there's
they
another
managed
round.
to pick up the round there. I believe, was that a half buy on the side of Hawaii? Or is that
I saw the Chamber bought a Guardian. It seems like some bought a Marshall.
I saw some sheriffs, some marshals. I believe
Seems like it was.
Hawaii might be able to buy this round. Oh.
Yeah.
Just see him fly around the corner. It's like, I thought I saw him.
Yeah, it seems like Hawaii just did stretch it just enough so that they could full buy next round.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. I believe, okay. Looks like, yeah, just Vandals across the board there on the side of Hawaii. They do have the Hunter's Fury, which could be pretty huge in a post-plant situation here. Ooh, just creeping up mid with that all. I'm seeing if they can find anything, but unfortunately it doesn't look like they have.
Once again, a little sprinkle of Viper on B site, but mainly A.
Yeah, Dream and Calvin just chilling here right now. They know they don't have to push up too aggressively.
I'm not noticing a lot of hallway pressure for Jet. It's going to most likely allow them to clear all the way through unless that door is open.
See the Viper lineup. Where's that going? That looks like going to block off Heaven on mid.
That's a nice lineup.
Prefix here. Just creeping up hallway. But they don't really seem to be in a hurry to actually engage. They're just going to hold it and wait for the rest of their team.
They're making their move. The Sova drone, they're just waiting to see if anyone's on site. And here they go.
Flash them right back.
30 seconds left.
Oh, but Breach doesn't know. Oh, now he knows.
Last player standing.
Oh,
And the Jet finally making their play.
you
Spike
gotta
planted.
get that hall pressure. If you don't have anyone checking hall, you just allow that kind of thing to happen each and
Yeah.
every time.
Which I feel like Hall's an easy spot to forget. A lot of teams will ignore it.
Yeah, it's such an interesting spot because it can really change the A game or even the B game. It's like the second mid.
Yeah, mid 2.0.
Yeah.
Having that door there specifically, like, that can be opened and just all of a sudden, like, anyone hiding on A site, like, is vulnerable is a very scary thing to just leave, especially if the enemy team actually pressures it.
So we are going to see a Jet op come out. That's somewhat unsurprising from the Hawaii side. It seems like everyone on Boise State side is going to be using Vandal.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yep, prefix here with the... Ooh,
Misses the shot, or
That-
not misses.
that
knows.
give me Counter-Strike vibes there with Dust 2's doors.
Yeah. just let him go through. I think Chamber got eyes on him. They're finally adding. Hawaii has recognized that there is no hall pressure and is making a lot of moves through there. They've got 2, potentially 3 pushing through.
They found my trap.
Okay, it looks like
Chamber's light holding it, but that's.
they're in the area. Just checking in on them every once in a while, make sure they're
hey, how
doing
you
all right.
buddy?
I've got your
Everything
trail.
all right?
Looks like Sky Jellyfish coming out.
That
The-
op being used.
Looks like the Viper's pit as well. Unfortunately, Shells goes down there.
Spike
Got it.
planted.
Unfortunately, not able to get the Jet, but the Jet eventually goes down, but a little bit too late at that point in the round. It seems like the hallway control is so detrimental here. Like, I think both times the site has been taken, it's because they got the hallway control in the
Oh, yeah.
flank.
I'm really hoping this time that Boise recognizes this and, maybe has 1 or even 2 people holding halls. There's nothing wrong with having 2 people holding halls because
Yeah.
it's not too hard to get to A side from there, and B side's only a couple.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that prefix has the op, so it's a very just scary angle to hold. I
Yeah.
mean, you can hold it further back though too. Just don't let them open that door.
Yeah. Even in that case, if anything, just like hold pressure with like a smoke.
Ooh,
Oh,
got
almost
the
took
dink.
him out with the frenzy.
Traded though,
That
which
is a good trade.
Spike
get a
planted.
vandal here on Calvin. See if
deal.
they can put in some work on the flank here.
Viper holding an interesting angle. Not too
Dream?
sure what's
Ooh.
happening. Oh, spots him.
Gets him though. Throws
Yeah,
one down,
it's an
gives the other to
upgrade.
Dream. Yeah, they have ultimate here. That could be good. It's just if they want to use it for this commit to the site.
Breach
There's the-
considering using ult here. He uses the ult.
Last player standing.
One.
2 left.
Ooh, that's 2. One more.
They go down, but they got rid of the op and they got all 3.
He's an ace too.
That was an ace?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, amazing on Calvin. Just bringing him down on the eco, getting that first trade kill early on, and then getting that Phantom and Vandal and just rolling with it.
It may have been a loss, but that was most definitely a W in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, like, just having something like that's always just good for morale. Just knowing that, like, you know, even though you lost the round, it's still...
Yeah, it's still a morale booster.
Got rid of the jet op. I have a feeling that they'll be able to afford another one at the end of the day, but it is a big dent in the economy.
Yeah.
Just hanging out here. I think they're waiting for Sova Dart to land.
Seems like default play on the side of Hawaii. And
No one is
not-
even holding A. It looks like a heavy B lean default. Now no one's at there. They're just waiting kind of just to see what pokes their head out. They're looking like they're just ready to go on B, but not 100% committing.
They're starting to use the util. Oh, that is unfortunate.
1 for 1 at the very least.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's a nasty
I-
turn right there.
I believe Sova jumped the gun slightly there.
Yeah.
Welcome to my
All right,
world.
and so
Ooh,
Viper will use the op and
the Viper.
will push through the smoke. The
They're
bomb.
they're getting onto site, but they're making them pay for it every step of the way.
Here it is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
14 seconds left. They have to
10
commit.
seconds left. Spike planted.
So it seems like Jet's gonna go all the way around.
3 knives.
That is definitely enough to kill.
They're just playing a little game of Ringer on the Rosie, and unfortunately,
Unfortunate.
they go down, and Hawaii will take that round.
Yeah. There's a point where you're too slow and you just start to notice, like, what if they're already here? And you just check, like, your own sites, just like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Well, we'll have to see what Boise State can come up with here, because I feel like they had the good momentum going, and it seems like Hawaii's just kind of catching on to that now. It looks like they're going to be ecoing here, so they're most likely just going to be trying some interesting strategies to try and get a couple rifles and a couple picks here.
Jet just going all the way, just like no fear in the world. And
I think they just passed half them. Oh,
oh, wow.
yeah. Unfortunately, they just passed each other there. Going through a little.
The funny hole.
Yes, exactly. Ooh. Wow. So Dream managing to pick up a kill on the enemy chamber. We still got a Marshall here
Spike planted.
on W Panda, which could put in the work on one of these long sight lines.
Could get this over here. Oh, never mind. Well, maybe.
I believe they know they're there now.
Yep. That dart gave it away.
player
That's
standing.
just that's just unfortunate. On
1 HP.
HP?
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow. 1 HP, but
yeah.
2 kills on an eco just on Dream alone.
They very well recognize that. They just need to spray and pray.
Yep. I mean, that wasn't bad for an eco, just being able to get 2 kills there. But Boise State, now that they're able to buy it, we got to start seeing some momentum swing in their favor with a big player too.
Yeah, we just, with this full buy, hopefully, potentially, we start to see some sort of change. We see Jet buy another op, both Jets, one with light shield, but
Yeah, which
at the end of the day, if you have an op, are you really scared of taking damage? One shot, one kill.
Ooh, unfortunate. Got 2 of them sneaking up cave. We get a trade here, but they are still 1 down.
Still several holding on A. Chambers working his way up mid, potentially to get a flank here. Oh, there's so much mid pressure.
Shells. Scary angle to attempt the peek, especially when you know the prefix was there earlier. But gathering that intel is going to be pretty big because now they know they're up there. They need to be watching the angles though because they don't know how far up they can be. And at this point, they could probably, it could be safe to assume they could be anywhere back in their spawn. W Panda actually going for the flank here.
It is a 3v4, so anything's possible.
30 seconds left.
They're just playing it slow. As the clock ticks down here, I think they're gonna start to realize it's most likely B, but they don't want to just push into them when they aren't planning to. So they're playing cautious. You can see them moving a little bit faster now.
Once again, that op is showing. It's just, you gotta be careful around those angles.
Shells here actually might be able to get a good flank. It's pretty dangerous though. They know there's an op. They may need the rifles. They may just be opting to save and possibly get an exit frag.
Last
Yep.
player
And
standing.
unfortunately they go down in this situation. We got Skies with the op here.
Gotta
I think
save that op.
yeah, at this point it's pretty critical to save that op because they can still get a lot of value out of it here. And it looks like the whole side of Hawaii is gunning down to try and get rid of this op if they can.
Oh man, this is tense. Oh!
Jeez.
It's very,
Is that a
very
right click on the enemy jet?
It was a right click, yeah.
Oh man. I don't know if they even saw them at that point or if it was just a last second. I may as well throw all my knives pre-fire. Looks like they're going to buy just what they can. Some light shields, some guardians with it. Which can be effective if you can land those headshots with those guardians and vandals especially.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Got the infantry skin on their guardian there, which I think is the best
infantry?
guardian skin.
Oh yes, I love infantry guardian.
The fact that it actually makes the Garon ping. Playing with fire here. If they can get this pick though,
Oh, there
nice.
it is.
Huge there. They can. That kind of eliminates that hallway control push. You see a lot of Hawaii rotating back now. Are they going to attempt hallway off that? They're going to double down.
Scanning ahead.
Maybe that way. It's still very much just playing patiently.
The jellyfish coming out.
This breach is ready to ult though.
Those
Keeps
shock
him off
darts
site.
and the ult. They're just going to... Oh, Hunter's Fury coming out as well. They're pushing through. They saw the Viper for just a second.
Defeated.
Dream brings them down. Oh, unfortunately not able to bring down Prefix. Prefix bringing down Skies here with the op. Trying to clear the site, but they don't find him. Unfortunately, oh,
One enemy
Shell's
remaining.
actually bringing down Prefix as Tessid brings down Dream. Just an absolute back and forth trading fiesta here.
10
They-
seconds left.
Hawaii
Spike
has
planted.
to put that spike down. Got the scan dart coming out. Ooh, just barely. Shells is 30 HP. They have to get that headshot. Any Vandal shot on them is going to bring it down, and unfortunately they weren't able to get it. Such a
Very
valiant effort,
unfortunate.
though.
Yeah, it
Just-
was.
It was very much in the favor of Tessid there. They were pinged by the drone. They had 30 HP, and they had no cover. But they had to. You have to press that. You can't just sit back. So it was a very valiant attempt. Let's see. As we go in here, it looks like it's going to be another eco. What kind of eco strategy do you think?
Well, since the next round is the last of the half, I imagine they'd probably play it, you know, they probably wouldn't buy as hard here, but, you know, it looks like we're going to get a massive lane too.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to foothold onto A site. If I guess you can hit them.
Oh, they're starting
Yeah.
to recognize,
They're
hey,
like, no one's showing up here for a little bit. They are going to be getting this hybrid
quiet.
here. Ooh,
Too quiet.
Skies with the one tap here. Now the rest of Hawaii is kind of like, oh, now we need to be watching both sides.
Scanning ahead.
Dream bringing out.
Recon?
They have the Hunter's Fury. I don't think they want to use it here unless they
Good shot.
start turning this
Last player
fight.
standing.
They're bringing down. Unfortunately, they weren't able to bring down enough, but they did a really good job against them on these long
Last
angles against
round in the
rifles with
half.
just sheriffs. I think if they were a little quicker on the flank, they may have gotten a little bit more value out of it.
I'm going to take advantage of my caster curse here. They're totally going to get 10 to 2. Like, there's no way. There's no way. It's man. But, anyways,
Yeah,
they're
now it has
definitely going to
been
pull back here.
cursed.
They have been cursed to do
Is
good.
that a double ops,
Oh, yeah.
actually?
The double op.
It's kind of an interesting strategy. For a map like this, I feel like it can work.
And once again, prefix with another op. This has become unsurprising.
W Panda.
It's like, oh, what'd you get with your peanut butter? Jelly. Oh. Really?
I mean, you'd hope so. If they said anchovies, you might be a little concerned.
Yeah. But what would the anchovy equivalent be? Shorty.
Shorty.
Spike planted.
It looks like we got.
3v3 is definitely anyone's game here.
Ooh.
If Boise is able to get a little bit closer to site, they can utilize the Viper ult.
Ooh. Panda getting the close one there.
Now 2 to 3. Oh, 2 to 2.
Lighted.
My bad.
Just gonna be creeping up here.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, fortunately misses all the knives.
1v1 situation here. Jet with
Versus
the op.
Prefix.
If they miss a shot. Yep, nice.
You did it. You did it. You did the caster curse
The caster
thing.
curse,
It worked.
yes. Now, last round and a half, so unfortunately the op won't really matter, but
You know.
there we go. And I
Switching
believe you
sides.
cursed it the other way too, right?
yeah,
Because we
yeah.
didn't go 2 and 10.
Hey, I guess I was wrong.
Oh no.
My bad. Now
Such
as
a-
we're going into this half, it seems like there's just a
gonna-
lot of util on the side of both teams. They're just
Yeah, not really many pistols. We see Skies with a sheriff. We see obviously Chambers are gonna have the headhunters here, and then 2 ghosts. So it looks like Boise State looking for a full B play here. And then the way the teams are spread out here, this could be very advantageous. Got interesting Tiger coming out here. Believe that hit the chamber. He's going to be concussed here. You got a lot of people just moving up mid here, and then I believe, yeah, I think that's the call. Boise State just realized there's no one on B and just take it. Now they got to just see if they can hold it here, because
Shells takes a lot of damage there. They're just waiting. Oh, misses that. Shell's in a very difficult situation. There's not much you can do there.
Yeah, I think at this point, the main thing BSU needs to do is take a winning fight here really quick. And there we are. 2 for 2, actually. So the rest of Hawaii pushes in. Unfortunately, Panda wasn't able to get the shots needed there. And it'll be another round for Hawaii.
This begs the question, what... It seems like it was definitely in Boise's favor there. So I'm starting to
I think the main thing was Shells was kind of surrounded on the flank. I think they expected a flank, but they didn't expect 3 people on the flank.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting play on Hawaii's part. They definitely have not done this in the past, where they got like several people to go through on the flank.
Which I think that's why it might be paying off so well. It looks like
it's a full buy.
Yeah, gonna force it up here and be evenly matched on this field. The biggest thing is you're kind of doubling down because actually gets the sky as well.
That's gonna be huge. Yep.
Fortunately, Dream goes down to Comey here with the Sheriff. Chamber v. Chamber sadly goes in favor of Hawaii here. And then looks like it's just down to Calvin and Skies. See if they can get some value. 2 players on the side of Hawaii are extremely low. So if they can manage to bring either of them down, there's one. Looks like Viper is being healed back up with Sky. Ooh. Unfortunately, yeah,
not much you can do there.
Yeah, just gotta hope that they miss their shot. Looks like they know where Sky is. And unfortunately, they go down. 3K for Tested there.
Fortunately, they were able to get rid of that Vandal, but that does not put Boise in a very good eco spot. It's this is definitely going to be in favor of Hawaii.
Yeah, and with that, it's going to be a tough ask, but it's still definitely possible for Boise State here if they can, as unlikely as it is, if they can crush this rifle round, that would be absolutely huge. More likely, it'll probably be even buy round next round, and they can try and get it into overtime.
Oh yeah. It seems like Boise's like
I think this is a bonus on the side of Hawaii here. So bring down Prefix. Managed to bring down Cold as well, and then Mikey, but then a Shock Dart and a Vandal. What a play on the part of Tested there. Curious where that Molly would have landed.
Oh, I think we all know where it landed.
Look at that. Just look at just the kill feed here, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then just
so impressed by that Sova's dart play. It's just
the dart and then the Vandal shot right after, like the way because of the delay on the arrow, like they happen like simultaneous.
Yeah. We are going to see another op coming out from you-know-who.
Yep.
It's
no one is Halls. They got, on the side of Hawaii, they have 3 mid. That's a lot to come in there. The door is opening. They bring down Mikey and his Tour de Force with it. Unfortunately, Hunter's Fury brings down one. Sky's getting Cold. Prefix getting Skies, and then Shell is getting Prefix. Looks like Tessa's just kind of creeping up here. This could be, barely
snakes his way out.
Yeah, if any one of them were ready for that, they would have gotten their counterpart there.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately, it's just up to Panda. Panda does have the Viper's Pit, but is not in a position to use it.
One enemy remains.
All 1v1.
And unfortunately, they go down. And with that, I believe that'll spell the end of this, with Hawaii pulling away with the victory.
Defenders win.
Such a good set of games.
Yeah,
I think this one just came down to I don't know, just what would you have it go down to?
I think there was a lot of interesting things that happened, but I think the most interesting thing that I recognized was how Hawaii managed their players, like where exactly they were positioned, because each one of them played such a vital role, and by taking out one, there would be someone somewhere else that would just like identify and be like, this is my cue.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you have like those times where just like nothing is working sometimes and it gets in your head, like it can kind of throw you off balance. And I think that kind of happened a little bit, which, you know, that's kind of what happens in some of these games.
Oh, yeah.
And there were some good plays. It's just like a lot of them were close. There was like at least 4 or 5 just 1v1s at the end there.
Right. Well, I mean, it may not have looked close, but I think it was still a very close game. It just mostly came down to those 1v1 interactions, and like I've said in the past, it's just doesn't seem like we've been in the favor of that this series. So,
yeah. So I mean, like there's still. Like, this was Hawaii. They took on San Jose, actually beat them, which was quite the upset.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, team is, like, showing they're up there, and Boise State was still able to go toe-to-toe with them.
Absolutely.
Take one map off them, do pretty good on another one. So, like, neither team's a slouch, like, here. So, it'll be interesting to see, I believe the other team that we haven't faced is San Jose or UNLV, one of the two. Anyway, they're the other undefeated team. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out in the end here. Anyway, do you have any final thoughts before the ICCU player of the game?
Am I gonna make my guess? I gotta go with Skies for player of the game. I think it was a lot of really good op play. Just a lot of good Jet stuff.
Yeah, and here we are. See, we got, who's it going to be? It's going to be Dreammaker, actually. Dream just being so solid, like, anywhere they were. They pretty much always played solo, but they also played the role of a fragger at the same time. They weren't just sitting back and waiting on their arrows. They were just...
Oh, yeah. Did you see that Silvadar? How it just, like, bounced off the side?
Yeah. It's like... Dreammaker's just Sova knowledge is just insane.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the
Absolutely.
ICCU player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central helping members achieve financial success. Dreammaker is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. Yeah, this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Just this clean, just...
Donk.
See them for like half a second, and they're just gone.
It's such a good play.
Yeah, well deserved. I think for pretty much anyone on Boise State, and then even like Prefix, we saw just on a tear. Like, anyway, as we prepare to close out this match, any big takeaways?
I'm gonna go one step farther from saying don't ego peek the op. I'm gonna say don't peek corners. Ever.
Don't peek corners ever?
Ever.
No, just no corners allowed.
You're done. It's over.
You walk up to the first corner, you're like, well, we got to stop here, guys.
I got to get out of here.
Well, with that, we're going to leave you with the Idaho National Guard player of the top 5 plays of the game, presented by the Idaho National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20K bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho National Guard is the best team out there. For all of us here at Boise State Esports, thank you for joining us. Be kind, wear a mask, and stay safe. Have a good night.
Bye. Be my reward. Even though he doesn't have dash.
Yeah. In this situation, like, oh
man, they're
down
gonna start
to
taking out. Oh man, Omen's gonna start clearing. Oh, the breach barely caught him.
and then Hunter's Fury. Wow.
There it is. That's round one.
Yeah, Hawaii breaking down their own tour de force here. As they hold these just tight angles.
If anyone can do it, we've seen what Shells have done in these situations. Okay, I'm sorry.
Your turn for the cast.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, we got 3 people pushing through A on the flank.
Did we have anyone watching mid? Okay, we got Spike down in B main,
Oh man,
and they get the
Dreammaker's
kill.
gonna get those picks.
Shells gets one, and Dream picks up the
Oh, he
trade.
gets the 3rd.
And just like that, it was just a Mikey off by their lone star.
I wouldn't be too hard. It wouldn't be too difficult for people to
Say it. Yeah, they landed a lot of shots and got people low and getting two. Looks like just a full commit here. Ooh, Headhunter.
see those. It's just so nice.
Ooh,
Yes, I would love to see the Headhunter play.
or commit to the site.
Considering using ult here, he uses the ult. 1.
2 left.
Ooh, that's 2. 1 more.
Ooh. They go down, but they got